Accessing. Accessing. Connection sucks.
Big shocker there.
Yeah, our internet's super good together. Yeah.
Oh. Ready to go, sir?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's get it on. Oh, I gotta push ready.
Fuck.
Oh, I am Scarlet Blake.
Yeah, you were her last time, remember?
Nope.
This was only, what, like a month ago that we last did this?
Yeah, it was a while back. We had a lot of things going on between.
Yeah, and I just kept editing more stuff. And you're still a lazy piece of shit not doing any editing.
Nope, I haven't gotten that far. Man, your guy's bloody. But
Yeah,
he's got
he
a
is.
wicked beard.
Is it really wicked? It's just kind of short beard like mine.
Yeah, but it's like, he's got a good inch on it, though.
Like I got a good inch on you? Hi-oh!
Oh, zing!
Police station up ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, are we going to the police station, or what the hell part is this? I don't remember.
I guess it's police station. That's what I saw.
Oh, Christ. Shoots R1. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna try not to get hit, right?
Yeah, that's what we tried last time, and within the first 10 seconds you got hit.
Yeah, I didn't do well. I fucked it up.
By the way, hit X.
X I
You
pushed.
fucking idiot.
I made eye contact with you.
What's up, guys? Tom and Chris, back again playing some more Dead Nation on the PS4. Yay.
Apocalypse Edition.
Why do you say that? Like
Because
it really
you gotta
matters?
let it know that it is the apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
So, your game plan is to max out items, correct?
I maxed out the rifle, and now I'll max out mines. Mines and flares and grenades.
Because I have rifle, I should probably get that shotgun.
I really don't want a gun until the gun I know that happens later, which is like, it fires off like a lawnmower blade.
Oh.
And it just tears through everything, and it's awesome.
Well, yeah, I've made it past the second part of this game, so this chapter, and that's as far as I've ever played.
So I've got up on you.
Okay, so R3 reloads. Okay. And I'm going.
Are you? Get the cash. I forgot the controls already.
Yeah, it's... So, what have you been up to?
Games, you know. Kind of do those a lot.
Well, didn't you just finish up, what, Transistor, Child of Light?
I did beat Child of Light. I think we talked about that a lot in the last part. I think we can move on.
Honestly, it's been a month.
Yeah, it has. It's been about a month since I played it, so...
Okay, we'll forget it.
We don't really have to talk about it again, unless you really want to. I can talk about it more, if you want.
No, it's up to you.
But Transistor, by the way...
Yeah, we
You
talked about I should
should.
be buying
You
that game.
should absolutely buy it. The only downside of it is that it's short. It takes like 5-6 hours or so to beat
Well,
it.
that's not a downside. I mean, you don't have to commit too much to it then.
Yeah, it wasn't the biggest downside, especially since as soon as I beat it, the first thing I did was jump right back in, play it a second time through, just because it was that much fun and there's that much customization.
That's short too, so I guess it didn't take too.
Oh, I already got hit.
So did I.
So do you, and you're still getting
you didn't
hit.
Kill that guy.
You
What the
idiot.
hell?
Not my fault. So yeah, that is fucking awesome. Like the initial thing that I heard where you can equip something as an active ability, you can equip it as an add-on to an ability, and you can equip it as a passive ability was absolutely 100% true. And the amount of customization in the way you want to play and the way you want to fight the enemies is fucking unprecedented. It's so good.
I've read about it, but I didn't get too far into reading on it. Kind of looked at the score, got good ratings, and I'm like, all right, maybe I should check it out. I'll wait for Tom's review because you like those kind of weird games.
It wasn't really. I wouldn't call it weird. I'd call it unique.
You want a Call of Duty review? You ask me.
Yeah, in which you'll reply that most of them suck. That's your typical review of it, and yet you play it every single year.
Yep. And it turns out, Tom, you actually see me play the game when I wasn't drinking, so. And how was that, Tom? Was it awesome?
You drinking while playing COD? You suck.
No, of course. I meant me actually playing.
You're actually good at it.
Yeah, I guess when we're not talking, it's worth it. Maybe I'll do one of those soon, of me actually playing Call of Duty.
Not your 2 other drunken ones you recorded that you'll probably never put out?
Nope, I didn't do those.
Are you going to?
I have them. Maybe those will be like one day. It'll be one of those throwback days of me. We should just make a channel of drunk gaming.
There's a lot of those already, by the way.
Oh, like a sub-channel on ours. Or just videos where we drink and just play video games together.
You do know that's most of ours, right?
Well, not really. I mean, we're
Oh no,
actually...
I'm getting hurt.
Where'd he come from?
The wall.
Where'd he go? Where'd he come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Oh, dude, there's a bomber.
Boomer!
Boomer.
No, I'm pretty sure it's something
Bingo
else.
bongo.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
jeez.
That fucked us.
Wow. Not a good way to start that one. Yeah, what have I been playing? Nothing? Really? Yeah, no, I guess I haven't really done shit.
How dare you? How dare you not be a lazy piece of shit and play more video games?
Yeah, I've been... I don't know. Just not been in the mood to play video games lately.
I definitely say play Transistor. You don't need a whole lot of really active partaking into Transistor to get a good feel into it.
Oh, there's a big fight coming right here. Hordes. Yeah, I guess the last thing, I mean, obviously I downloaded the beta for Battlefield 4.
Hold on, let me.
I pushed the
I
button.
said let me, you jackass. I'm mining it up.
Grenade. Oh. How do
I
you
can't
use the
see.
items? Bro.
L1.
I am out of... Oh! R1 is shoot, by the way, not R2.
Yeah, what have you been doing this entire time? You've just been melee attacking
I've
everyone?
been pushing R2, thinking that I was shooting at people. I'm like, why is nobody dying? Now I know. Yeah, played the Battlefield Hardline beta. That was okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to try it just because I'll just kind of wait for the review. I don't... It's still
Honestly,
gonna feel
it's
like a
just
Battlefield game.
4.
It's just gonna... I'm pretty sure I'll have fun with it, but I'm really kind of burnt out on
Oh, I should've gave you that
shooters at the
health.
moment. Yes, you should. I'm almost dead.
Well, stop getting hit.
I'm sorry. I'm busy distracted by talking and other stuff.
Yeah, it's honestly, it should have... What was I saying? It should just been an expansion. You know, like a new DLC for Battlefield 4. It's the same game so far.
Yeah. Well, same game, just almost entirely urban environment, probably.
Yeah, they need a Battlefield Bad Company again.
Which I think is still in the works.
Well, with them doing the new Star Wars Battlefront and stuff, I don't know how that's panning out right now.
I don't know. I thought that another Bad Company was still in the works.
I think that might have just been a rumor, though. Because you know how people are when they want to have a game.
Half-Life 3!
Yeah. How long has that been coming out for?
Ever.
You know, people just say that that game's the next one they're working on, so...
Yeah, well, they
Who's
should.
that green radius?
That's when we're too far away from each other.
Hold on, let me see. Keep walking. Go get in there. I'm just power shot everything. That guy had a briefcase. He was a businessman. He was gonna be something with his life. And we had to put him down.
He was gonna do things.
business things. There's some health right there.
Got it.
You see how nice I was? I didn't loot it.
So yeah, but back to Transistor. The story starts off incredibly confusing, and still is kind of very confusing.
Is there a first game of that? Is that like a sequel?
No, that's a separate story by itself.
Okay.
But it's kind of, you're supposed to be confused. It's kind of the way the story pans out, that you're not really sure what happens until you get into it.
Is it like you forgot, like you lost your memory?
No.
Like some of those other
No,
games like that?
you just don't know why the occurrence that led to where the game starts off happened. Where it starts off where a person who you later found out is your either main character is a female, the guy next to you, obviously guy, male, but you find out later that he's either your lover, boyfriend, husband, one of the above. Doesn't really tell you specifically, but he got killed by the talking sword, which is the big part of it, called the Transistor. And essentially his entire being was absorbed into the sword, which you later find out is something special about the Transistor.
Is that the weapon that you currently wield, correct?
It's the weapon you start to wield once you start, because it killed him when they were targeting you. In the process, they stole your voice. So the main character can't speak, and essentially the sword becomes kind of the narrator of everything.
Oh.
And it ends up being a really cool aesthetic to it. And
now, the narration, can I ask if it comes through the controller like the recent
by
games?
default, it does not, but you can change that just by a quick click in the menu, which I highly recommend, because the Transistor is also glowing, and when it talks, the glowing on your controller flashes along with the glowing on the screen.
Oh.
As well as you can have the speaker, you can have it come right from the speaker, which honestly adds a whole other dimension to the gaming experience, because it feels like you're actually wielding the thing. You're doing all the controls with your hands, and it's glowing and speaking to you from your hands. It's really cool. It's a really cool feeling that I didn't expect was going to be as cool as it was.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well,
nope, you
that's
can go
kind of
up
the...
here. Chris, up here. Up here.
Why are we going up there?
Because there's stuff here.
It's
secret. It means there has to be stuff here. But you were saying...
That's something I really enjoy about the PS4 is that whole talking through the controller. For some of the newer indie games have been really taking advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the last one that utilized that for me was Stick It to the Man, which I thought was an okay game for being free. I mean, I can't bitch.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I mean, I'd probably give it a 7
I played it my
out
one
of
time
10.
through. Oh god.
I got 8. Oh god, I'm getting fucked.
What the hell? I can't see anything. The screen's too red.
Well, get me
You're
some
too
help.
close to dying. Oh, your health is slowly coming back to a minimal spot.
Yay. Yay for progress.
Transistor was so cool, and then you get a lot of the story from when you use your abilities in different ways. Back up, there's a runner in there. There's a runner in there.
Let him run. Oh, that was cool.
Health.
I'm getting that right now.
So when you use your abilities a different way, the Transistor analyzes it and can analyze the person that ability came from. So then you can learn about that person, you can learn about how they're in this world, as well as how they got absorbed into the Transistor, and a bunch of other really cool things. And then there's also these terminals that you can go and walk up to, that some of them are hacked by the bad guys, by the enemies of the entire game.
Okay.
And you can talk to them then, and she does it through the text and stuff like that. So sometimes you'll open one up, the Transistor will talk to you and commentate what was on screen or what popped up, and then right after that, the main character will type, and the transistor will respond to what she typed.
Oh.
And
Huh.
it's just really fucking cool how it's done.
Behind you.
Oh,
Oh, there's a lot coming.
yes, there are. So yeah, I cannot recommend that highly enough. It is seriously just a phenomenal game.
Platinum-wise, hard?
It's not hard.
Pretty basic. Beat the story for, like, 3/4 of the trophies.
No, there's a couple really odd ones that you
Oh,
kind of
God.
have.
You're getting fucked.
Use your goddamn items.
How do I go through them? How do I cycle?
Up, down, on the D-pad.
I just don't have any.
Yeah, platinum-wise, it took probably 12 hours or so. You have to play the game through twice, as well as just do a bunch of extra stuff on the side. There's a health right there. But there was a really cool thing that I'm really glad I was doing it while I was doing it in the game, is every time you level up, you can choose what you want to add to, whether you want to have more abilities that you can add, or if you want to open up a different slot where you can equip them, or if you want to open a passive slot to equip them. But then there's also I can't remember exactly what they're called, but a harmful thing that you can put on that increases the difficulty, adds an extra challenge to it, but then also it increases the experience you gain.
I was gonna say, is there like a perk to it that you get
Yep.
like more reward?
That's associated with one of the trophies towards the end, which is you have to beat 5 battles with every single one of the bad ones equipped and on, and Jesus Christ, is it hard. I've not played anything that hard in quite some time, because you essentially, in the part of it, you have an extra life mechanic.
Okay.
Where when you die, when you lose all your health, you essentially break one of your active abilities and you get full health again and you can continue on, but now that active ability's gone and it won't come back until after a couple battles.
Oh.
So there's that. And then one of the bad things is that whenever you unequip something, say if you want to redo your customization, if you unequip it, it breaks it.
Really?
So you essentially you have to fight 5 battles in a row with kind of really random offset things attached to your active weapons and stuff.
Okay, so you kind of gotta think ahead.
Yeah, you do. And one of the 5 God, I keep saying bosses way before I want to say it. But one of the 5 battles that I had doing that was a boss fight.
Really?
And I was literally down to my weakest active, and I beat the entire boss fight with it just by playing super passive, super cautious. It honestly took me 15 minutes to beat that boss fight because I had to use my worst ability that barely damaged anybody.
Well, sometimes you gotta do that for a good challenge in a game.
It was, and
I mean,
and
if
when
you
I
could
was
quit
playing,
on it, oh, you can keep going.
when I was playing, whenever I got a new one, I was equipping it right away. And I'm really glad I did, to be entirely honest.
So you kind of got to see everything right away and then kind of figure out which one you really wanted.
Yeah, it essentially made me do the customization. And I found so many awesome combinations of things. And then what's really cool... no, never mind. I can't say it. I was going to talk about something about the final boss fight, but it's probably best to let you experience that on your own.
Well, I mean, it probably won't be for a while, so honest to God, I'll probably forget by the time we actually get to it.
Fine, I guess I'll tell you.
I mean, for the audience, spoilers.
Spoiler alert. The final boss fight, you have to fight another person with a transistor.
Oh, Jesus.
And the transistor's like primary special property is the fact that you can stop time and plan out your events in sequence, and then you can hit play and you'll do them all super fast.
So wait.
And then
so
it gets on a
the boss
cooldown.
is doing the same thing you're
The
doing.
boss is doing the same thing to you. So there's some parts where you're completely out of control of what's going to happen next. You can see exactly what he's going to do to you, and you can't really do anything about it. It's a really cool aesthetic to it. And I went into it with my kind of regular moveset. And you also have to break him. You have to break all of his abilities like you do a regular Transistor. So you have to kill him 4 times before he finally dies. So I went into it using my kind of regular set my first time, and it was pretty rough. It was pretty hard to fight him with my usual, because most of the fights you have in the game are against multiple enemies, not against a single powerful one.
Oh, yeah.
So I had all my movesets set to take out groups of enemies and stuff like that.
So like AoEs versus single target?
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. But then there's an extra challenge thing to it that you can play, and one of the extra challenge things of it is that you can go into a room where you essentially fight yourself.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Well, it's really fun because it's meant to, you only unlock it when you start going into the second playthrough. And it's meant to be that boss fight again, but increasingly harder. You have to do it like a few times, and it gets harder every time. But then I really mastered a single target boss strategy that literally, as soon as I got my first turn, I executed my first turn, and that would take down 1 life. It was immediate that I could wipe out anybody's health from beginning to end.
Get me out of there. Oh.
In 1 single turn.
Huh. Now, when you gotta like fight yourself, does the computer kind of remember how you fight? So you're kind of.
I'm not sure.
Actually fighting against.
Oh, don't go there yet. I thought there was a path on the right that we could explore.
Yeah, there is actually.
I'm not really sure because I figured that out. My method that I liked, probably the second time. Probably the second time I had to do that.
Okay.
So I didn't really get a whole lot of a chance to experience the increase in difficulty because I found exactly what I wanted to. That was absolutely devastating to a single person, and just kept rinsing and repeating it.
Kept doing it the whole time, yeah.
Yeah. And oh my god, let me tell you, like, they have like a set amount of max health, and in my 1 turn I would at least get 1.5 times that with my damage.
Now, does that roll over for the other times you'd have to do the fight?
What do you mean?
Well, you said that sometimes you'd have to fight people like 4 times. Would that go like 1 whole time and then half the next, or would it just be that 1 and then it would just be like kind of like an overkill where it doesn't really count?
No, it was an overkill. It didn't
Okay.
add into the next health or the next fight.
I see. Well, we didn't hit that don't get hit thing.
No, we almost died multiple times.
Yeah.
I think we are easily distracted.
Well, that's what happens when you're learning about a new game that I've yet to play.
Which you should very much play, and all of the audience should play. I extremely recommend it. It is fucking phenomenal. And if you also haven't played Bastion, the other game, the only other game by that developer, I would highly suggest that as well.
I'm gonna have to look into those.
You will. They are phenomenal games.
Well,
But
that was a nice, easy level. Well, not easy. Obviously, we didn't do too well, but we passed. Yay!
yay, we're adequate. Yes,
We're average. So,
yeah, I'd say we can call this one another one, and then probably play another one where we don't talk about the game again.
let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Later,
All right.
guys.
Later.